Buck roll.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, give me the words and I got the flow. See, I don't gotta write, I got the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's called a ghost writer. Jeremiah 5:14, that's so fire.
Isaiah 14, and when I retire, out of captivity I broke the iron. Who that is coming out of Mount Zion? Woolly hair, looking like a lion.
1,000 men marching with no drums on, no trombone, just boots on. Use our voices screaming out, take care of your homes, take care of your wives, take care of your own.
Now we standing out here in the valley of the bones. This place called America, this is not your home. This is like a tomb, place where you died at. Now I resurrected, trying to bring the 12 tribes back.
I came on a slave shipping,
And I ain't even like that.
put my neck in the rope,
And I couldn't even fight back.
So we only got a little bit of amount of time, so let's just pull up the article. Let's just dive straight into it. Let's go. Pull it up.
Pull up. There we go.
Come on.
The
Read
kidnapping of over a dozen black men. City of Raleigh forces narcotic cop and pays $2 million to 15 men framed on fake drug charges. But DA says no charges at this time for the officer.
Wow. So the officer's not being charged for kidnapping a dozen black men.
Hey, they had to let him go. Esau was looking at him like, help. Esau was like, bro, I can't help. You abused white privilege.
Yeah, you abuse white privilege. You
You got
abuse the
caught.
badge. You know what their motto. You bleed blue. So
Nah,
that's like a code. That's like a brotherhood. So no matter what you do, we gonna get you off this case. But just lay low for a little bit. You could apply to like some small little state, and then you get your stuff back.
He abused it.
He abused it,
Esau
but they
said,
trying
I can't do it.
Yeah, they want you to forget. Ultimately, that's what they want. Pull back up the article. Let's go. Let's go. Scroll down.
Look at that. He had to pay the city had to pay over $2 million to $5 million.
2 to 5 million. Now let's
2
read.
to 5 million.
Let's read.
That's too much, man.
To them, it's chump change to get one of their fellow decorated officers off of whatever charge that they was facing. Go ahead.
A former Raleigh, North Carolina police officer found himself served with a little bit of justice after losing his job due to accusations of framing multiple men by falsely accusing them of selling heroin, resulting in their unlawful arrests. Omar Abdullah was fired from the Raleigh Police Department on October 28, weeks after it was announced that a group of 15 black men received a $2 million settlement from the city as part of a federal civil rights lawsuit.
So I want you to, I just want y'all to be able to see this. So 15 men received $2 million settlement. So that means it was a package deal. It wasn't like something that's separate. Meaning, even though they got wrongfully convicted, 15, if you do 2 million and you divide that by 15, that's not even worth your time, because what Esau's gonna do coming off the back end, what they gonna do? Take taxes, do that, and you gotta pay lawyer fees, legal fees behind that. So ultimately, what you're gonna end up with is nothing.
And then they're not even looking at the aspect of how much time these men had to lose of their lives.
Right, and it says it in the article. Go back to the article. Let's go back. Scroll down. It's going to say it right here. Come on, read.
The group named Abdullah and the city of Raleigh in the suit and alleged that the now former cop wrongly arrested them between December 2019 and May 2020 for heroin trafficking based on the claims of an informant who said the men had sold him the drug.
Read.
The scheme began unraveling when the evidence in the cases repeatedly turned up brown sugar.
It came up what?
Brown sugar.
So this dude is framing them by putting brown sugar instead of heroin, right? Come on, read.
He panned the informant to say that they sold him heroin, and then when he goes to the evidence room, he puts brown sugar into the bag.
The hell is this?
Bro, he wicked, bro.
But this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with this society. This society is wicked as hell. Real quick, let's just go to Luke chapter 3 and let's read verse 14. Let's see what God says about how a decorated soldier or somebody that's in law enforcement is supposed to carry themselves. Come on.
The book of Luke, chapter 3 and verse 14. And the soldiers.
If the soldiers is somebody that's in law enforcement, read.
Likewise demanded of him, saying, and what shall we do?
So what are we going to do? How are we supposed to carry ourselves? Come on.
And he said unto them, do violence to no man.
Do violence to no man.
Neither accuse any falsely.
This is what you're seeing. You're seeing Abdullah accusing these black men falsely. Read.
And be content with your wages.
And guess what? He wasn't content with his wages, because if he was content with his wages, there's no need for you to frame somebody, because if you're framing somebody, that means you're getting something out of the deal, because you're sending him over to where? The judge get a solid case, the DA get a solid case, and guess what? They get put to jail. People get paid off of that. Remember, prison is a billion-dollar industry filled with blacks and Hispanics.
It's a business. That's how a lot of times you get up for like promotion. You become a detective.
Right.
You go into drug I don't even know, narcotics and stuff like that. You get leveled up from a regular just foot traffic officer.
So Josiah Israel said that's basically $130K per person. After taxes, you might be seeing 50,000.
Hey, Bo, I want to go back to the article. I want to read something. Watch.
Go ahead, pull it up, man. Come on.
He did some more stuff. I'll go scroll
this guy
down.
Oh my God. Come on.
Scroll down. Scroll down a little bit more. Right there. Right there where he said rapidly paid informants.
Abdullah repeatedly paid informant Dennis Williams Jr. to provide officers with information about local heroin dealers, but reportedly brought forward cases that were full of holes.
Didn't make any sense. Read next paragraph.
Some of the evidence included videos and audio recordings of drug buys with critical clips missing, and a substance that lab tests revealed months later wasn't drugs at all.
So he was piecing together video. That brother became a YouTube editor.
The hell is this?
Read on. Watch out.
Even going as far as planting some of the fake dope himself.
So he would steal drugs or take it. I don't know where he get it from. He probably get it off of drug dealers, or he'll probably get it from the evidence locker. Because a lot of times they'll do that. They'll go back, grab old evidence, and start to plant it to make new cases.
Right.
Read it. Finish it.
Damn. The brother needed money that bad?
Hey, whoever this Edomite was, he was hungry. He was trying to get a promotion.
Abdullah sound like Ishmael. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Go ahead. We tried to look him up, y'all. We don't know where he is. Go ahead.
The lawsuit also said, according to attorneys representing the plaintiffs, the men served a combined nearly 2.5 years in jail.
You see that?
They served.
You see that? They was in jail for 2 years and a half. And they get out and they say, you know what? Damn, bro, we was actually wrong. You was actually innocent. My bad.
And then take this $2 million and divide it by 15, and you get $130,000 a piece.
Right.
You know what they lost behind that? They lost, family turned against you.
Family.
You lost your job, credibility.
Yep.
A lot of that stuff was playing on the news. They lost their whole reputation behind that just because of this. Go to Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. Let's read what God says about this. Come on. This is crazy, man. This dude is planting drugs.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Therefore, the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth.
So because he's around just what's the word? Tinkling, meddling with the law. That's why the judgment never went forth until what? 2 years after. They had to wait a combined 2.5 years after. They said, "Oh, my bad, we're sorry." But guess what? The jail still ended up getting their money for them being wrongfully accused.
Right.
Yep. The hell is this?
Hey, go to Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. That's how we know this Bible. The prophecies in this Bible cannot be broken. That's why God is using them to show us who we are. You can't break it. Scripture can't be broken. Watch this. Read.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
And where?
In prison houses.
That's what we are. We are unjustly or wrongly persecuted to be put in these prison houses. That's why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we fill these prison houses at an alarming rate because we are unjustly arrested and incarcerated. That's what God is saying. Watch this. Read on.
And they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore.
We are for a spoil, for a prey. Innocent. You innocent. Ain't that they said, oh, innocent till proven guilty? They don't follow those laws that they create.
Nope.
Read.
Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Read. Watch this, 24.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to the robbers?
Come on.
Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
And that's why God allows these things to happen to us.
Right.
Because we walk disobedient to his law. See that? That's crazy.
Bring it out.
I get another one?
Go ahead.
Hey.
Because right now I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked. This dude just used brown sugar to frame somebody
Yep.
and put him in jail for a combined 2.5 years, and they got out. They only getting $130,000 apiece. What is that?
Hey, God got something for you, man.
dumb
Watch
as
this. Go to
hell.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. That judgment is coming, man. Judgment is coming.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21, and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
Uh-huh.
or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
What's going to happen to him?
He shall surely be put to death.
You see what God says? That's the law. You steal somebody, you wrongly incarcerate them or enslave them,
Right.
like how this country was established off of. God says you deserve death for that. That's
Bring it
the
out.
judgment.
But what's the point of you stealing somebody? To make money.
To make money
because
off
this
of them.
dude was covetous as hell to where he's putting innocent young black men in Raleigh, North Carolina,
Yeah.
and behind bars just because he felt like it.
You know how much? I don't know the
And he's
exact price.
still not getting judged for it. That's how slack the law is.
I don't even know the exact price, but you know what's the minimum wage for inmates to get paid doing labor?
It's
like
it's
some
probably
cents.
less than
Like
20
80
cents. It might be less than that, depending on what states that you're going to. Or they're what you call it? Walmart is using them.
Right.
A lot of these big corporations are using them, and they're making millions off the back of the so-called blacks
Bring it
that's
out.
in there, the blacks, the Hispanics that's in there. And what we getting coming out is nothing compared to that. These dudes, they had to learn how to be institutionalized. They had to learn how to move in jail because it messed up their mentality, their mental.
That's what God was saying when he said you stealeth a man and selleth him. When you incarcerate somebody unjustly and then you put them to labor for 20 cents an hour, that's selling him. That's what that is.
Damn.
Look at it.
Hey, give me Psalms 94 and 1. Watch this. They think they got away with it, but they didn't.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth.
Uh-huh.
O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth.
Uh-huh.
Render a reward to the proud.
God says he's going to render a reward to the proud. Watch this. We already know who's the proud man. Read on.
Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph?
So he said, how long will the wicked triumph reign? Watch this. Read.
How long shall they utter and speak hard things?
Uh-huh.
And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves.
It says, how long shall they speak evil? How long shall they boast themselves? Watch this.
They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage.
For a spoil and a prey. Read.
They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless.
And do what?
And murder the fatherless.
So they do all of this wickedness. God said, he said, how long will they do this? Watch this. Watch what God says. Read.
Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it.
It says, where's the judge of the earth? What he's going to do about it? He's not going to do anything. God is okay with me spoiling his people for a prey. God has no problem with it. Watch this. Read.
Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise?
Jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Until the what?
The pit be digged for the wicked.
God says that's when the judgment is. That's when he's going to wake up and he's going to judge the wicked. Eventually, a judgment is coming for all of those things. When you slave God's people, when you put them on a slaughter for a spoil and a prey. He says that there's going to be a pit dug for you that's going to burn with fire.
When you put them on slave auction blocks, because this is what this is. This is this is slavery by another name. Let me back off of you real quick. Go to Psalm chapter 49. And let's read verse 6. Psalm chapter 49, let's start at verse 6. Because this is for Abdullah right here. Read.
Psalm chapter 49 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
They that trust in their wealth.
So this is him that's trusting in his wealth. He's trusting in America's system. Read.
And boast themselves in the multitude of their riches.
Read.
None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him.
You can't take that money with you, Abdullah. You cannot take that money with you. The money that you got by evil means is going to cause you more of a headache than you just working a regular, you just doing your regular shift, and you would have been A-okay. But now you messing with the children of God. You messing with the God's chosen people. Now God is coming after you. God is going to start afflicting you.
Like how you brought out before about the soldier. Do no evil to no man. Neither bring up a false report.
You're right.
Doing that stuff.
A lot of that stuff comes about when you have a covetous spirit about you, and this is what we're seeing. Pull back up the article. Pull back up the article, man. Sad. Come on.
Scroll down.
Come on.
According to attorneys representing the plaintiffs, the men served the combined nearly 2.5 years in jail before their charges were dismissed, among many other negative impacts on their personal lives. In some cases, men continued to linger in jail for months after a lab test proved the supposed heroin was sugar. The Raleigh News and Observer reported that one man identified in the suit as Curtis Logan was arrested on January 2nd, 2020. Although the supposed 20 grams of heroin was claimed, he sold for $400 instead of the street value of $2,000, turned out to be sugar when tested 6 weeks later. Logan wasn't...
So, again, the judgment for these unjust acts with these officers, it's going to come, man. It's going to come. We have to do better as a people, and we have to know that this justice system is not for us. It's right. Not, like how God said, this place is not our rest.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.